few moments never stepped onto a quietness and pure in the most seamless way possible.
Get out of the way!
As I begin my comment, unfold with the sort of lighthearted a group of workers arriving one by one. Very smoothly. However, the idea of a smooth start the day steps onto the sidewalk. The story will be read.
Uy, imagínate que luego...
Tecnologia! Tecnologia! Tecnologia!
But as he begins to one sheet tilts forward, suddenly the entire stack begins to behave, then tries to control it, spinning around he almost succeeds. Settle around him like himself and simply picks them.
Oh, dude! Oh! Oh my god!
Few workers begin arranging equipment. He steps back.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holidays. And
But the marvel of this process unexpected step back. His face is a flawless blend of one worker shares a story. Another talks about a recipe. Toolbox that seems only to realize pauses, recalculating his life. Walks across the site with heroic commitment, which somehow makes the attention to the scaffold. Is known for his patience and steady.
Vai dar bom, Jeep! Meu Deus!
Who has done this many times. He realizes moment of return negotiation.
Pelus tayo yan eh!
Move closer. Of course, Theo then laughs quietly. And turns ordinary
Watch it, Bob!
in the reactions of the workers.
That shit ain't right, bro. That ain't right.
Shrug it off and move on. Catches my eye. Sets the meat line. On the shoulder. A gentle breeze passes by. Lands directly on one of the bucket lids.
Hey, you can't park there! You can't park there!
Elegant ballet performance. Precision behind the artist. Already the sight without pause. Steady yet unexpected sparks of the stage of the project. Among them she has always been for a small performance. Today, his goal is to roll out a section of protective covering. This is one hand carefully on the ground. Pushing
Senti questa? Oh, due toni, prova.
everything seems smooth. But halfway through the bath, the road descends. Oliver gently for a slightly to the right, and Oliver dance away. Also acknowledging that the role instead of this is both hands on his hips.
¡Ey! ¡Sallís!
With seriousness and whispers sincerity because it suddenly enthusiasm. Oliver raises his and continues pushing. Finishes, he gives the roll a not far. This time, Mark and Julie, who are easy down, least inferior. Mark holds a panel goes smoothly until the small dust against Mark's shoulder. Leans the other way, nudging Julie in
Oh shit!
unsure what but the alternating task seems undecided about
That arm looks a little high, doesn't it?
both grabbing the panel at the same time. When they finish, steps it stays still. Brightening every corner.
Very fucking reflective.
Oh my God! Begins to unfold. A worker named Bruce is part of the soundless construction. Almost too carefully. Small pebbles. Delicate and overly his co-workers watching from a distance, puzzled by his careful movements. When he reaches the destination safely, Lewis releases a breath as if he has just completed an epic journey. The bucket, of course, remains exactly as calm as it was the entire time. Across the site, one of the more artistic is preparing to repaint a set of temporary markers. Samuel treats every brushstroke as if he is creating a new piece. He positions his material, adjusts his stance, and dips
Ось
the
так
brush with
крутиться,
deliberate intention.
переходимо до верху. І ось такі шестерні. Раз, два, три, чотири, п'ять. Ви собі кавку п'єте і ваш шашлик.
Then, as he prepares to deploy, unusual happens. A bird passes his hand twitches, and instead of painting a straight line, he creates a direct circle. He pauses, studies the circle, and instead of fixing it, he steps back with a look of artistic pride. He nods as if deciding the swirl adds character to the marker. The worker walks back, looks at the circle, and his intention. Samuel sees soon the lunch break arrives. Workers gather around different shaded areas of the site, each taking a moment to rest. But even during the break, the comedic rhythm has no limits. One worker opens his lunch container, only to discover that he packed the wrong.
Чуплі полоса 4 cm стечки пояснили. Kupsa olmayashadi.
In complete disbelief, then slowly another worker tries to open a drink bottle, but the cap resists. He uses every polite method imaginable, twisting gently. The worker stares as if witnessing a hidden talent. The next series of scenes begins with a worker who is unloading boxes. The boxes are small enough to confidently, he begins walking across the site with his stride and ready to one box starts to tilt out. Adrian adjusts slightly, trying to keep both boxes balanced. Then the second box tilts in the opposite direction. Adrian responds with a series of small balancing motions, moving his elbows outward like a tightrope to maintaining equilibrium. His concentration intensifies. His steps become rapid. For a few seconds, it seems like the boxes may win, but Adrian manages to regain full control and sets them down triumphantly. He dusts off his hands, nods with satisfaction, walks away with a proud celebrates overcome the challenge and pressure. Nearby, another worker named Felix is checking a set of boards. He leans one board against a stack, intending to let it rest while he inspects another.
Ain't no way.
The board has its own
How?
movements. It slowly begins to move forward without Felix noticing. Just as it is about to touch the ground, Felix turns around and catches it in a swift motion, almost like an athlete intercepting a pass. He stands still for a moment, impressed by his own reflexes, then glances around to see if anyone witnessed his quick step. His co-worker across the site raises a hand and Felix responds with a modest nod, pretending the movement was absolutely intentional. The afternoon continues, but steady work. The conversations become more lively again, blending with the soft hum of distant machinery. The sun unknowingly throws a And so the narration goes on, flowing through every corner of the site, capturing each uncanny gesture, each humorous sequence, each subtle moment that turns ordinary labor into an ongoing tapestry of cheerful storytelling. As the afternoon establishes its steady rhythm, the purposeful footsteps, and the sort of unintended comedy that emerges naturally whenever people concentrate deeply on simple tasks. My attention drifts to a worker named Adam, a thoughtful man who always believes in double-checking even the smallest detail. Today, his mission involves behind a series of it is a job many would complete quickly, but Henry adjusts it by
Nossa Senhora!
he places the second
Minha Nossa Senhora!
analyzing the line as if he's inspecting an important piece of art. But midway through the alignment process, Henry notices an unexpected issue. The shadow cast by the nearby structure makes the markers appear slightly misaligned from a certain angle. Henry tilts his head left, then right, trying to determine whether the markers are truly off or whether the illusion is playing tricks on him. After a minute of contemplation, he decides to adjust the When he finally steps back and surveys his work, he nods with the kind of satisfaction usually reserved for concluding a complex architectural project. One of his co-workers walks by, glances at the markers, and says they look excellent. Henry accepts the compliment as though he just finished constructing the entire building. Not far away, a worker named Nolan is preparing materials for the next stage of the site. Nolan is known for his he is stacking a set of boards into a new pile. He picks up each board with care and places it gently onto the stack, aligning the edges perfectly. When he reaches the final board, he taps the corners lightly to ensure that it is symmetrical. But just as he finishes, a light breeze stirs the air. One corner of the top board lifts slightly, almost playfully.
Vamos, la verdad hay más o menos.
No seas modesto. And stands still for a moment to see if the breeze will return. It does. The board lifts by the tiniest measure.
There's
as though
no
refusing
fucking
to
way.
settle.
He said, let's change
Nolan
our...
smiles, as if accepting that even a board can have its own consequences. After adjusting it once more, he places a small object on top to keep it in place, then walks away with a satisfied look, acknowledging the similarities between man and material. Leonard and Mason are measuring a section of the site. Leonard stretches the tape measure while Mason marks the spots with chalk. The coordination between them is smooth until Leonard pulls the tape and goes elastic. The tape snaps back slightly and surprises both of them. Leonard maintains his composure, but his eyebrows raise just enough for Mason to notice the recurring expression.
Alabío, alabao, a la verga, hermano, esa gente.
Not in a mocking way, but with the quiet amusement of someone who has experienced the same unexpected recoil many times. Leonard unrolls the tape again, this time with a gentler touch, and both continue working as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, a worker named Elliot is organizing tools on a small table. He arranges them in a row, grouping them by purpose, then adjusts the spaces to create a balanced display. When he finishes, he stands back and observes the arrangement. But as he turns to
Tecnologia!
the corner of the table with his knee.
Fuck up.
Slightly, as if reacting collectively to the gentle body. Elliot looks back with mild disbelief, then carefully repositions them once again. He steps away slowly this time, watching the tools out of the corner of his eye to ensure they stay still. Satisfied, he walks off as though he was just resolving between himself and the Two workers discuss a game they watched last night, each reenacting the moment with exaggerated gestures. Another player debates the best sandwich ingredients, speaking with the passion of culinary experts. A few workers relax for a moment on a bench, sharing stories from earlier days. Despite the label, the atmosphere is one of shared humanity. Then comes a moment involving a worker named Grant, who is transporting a small cart filled with harmless materials. The cart has a stable structure, but one of its wheels tends to swivel. Grant begins moving the cart along the straight path, confident it will follow him without issue. But a few feet in, the rebellious will turn sideways, causing the cart to veer gently off course. Grant adjusts his path, hoping to guide the wheel back into alignment. The wheel insists. Grant adjusts again. This pattern repeats itself as Grant performs a subtle dance with the cart, both of them shifting.
Go on, Eric!
Eventually, Grant stops, crouches, and manually turns the wheel into the correct position. He stands up again. This time the cart follows a short distance away, the worker leaves marking measurements on a board. He bends down, steps back, checks the alignment. Then he reaches for his pencil, only to realize it has somehow rolled a few inches away.
One. Bombo clock. One again.
And again the pencil slips out of his fingers and rolls a few inches out. Owen retrieves it once more, this time holding it pressure. But when he places it on the board and it rolls again, following the subtle slope of the surface. Instead of frustration, Owen simply laughs quietly to himself, and places the pencil inside his shirt pocket so it can no longer escape. This continues his work. As the afternoon shadows lengthen, and the light flickers gently as it passes through scaffolding, tools, and structures. This natural shift brings out a sense of calm, but the humor continues still. One of the next amusing scenes involves a worker named Patrick. He is organizing a bundle of papers, grouping them carefully to avoid tearing. His technique is precise, and the works follow an impressive scope. As he gets just enough to disrupt the symmetry. Patrick pauses, examining the slight imperfection as though assessing a puzzle. He slowly completes a new section, restores the perfect circle, and secures it with a ring. He lifts the finished core with pride, almost expecting it to be even though no one sees it, the satisfaction on his face is unmistakable. As I stand narrating these scenes, it is a stage filled with countless small moments that reflect the humanity, humor, and spirit of the people working here. Every action, every small accident, every improvised solution contributes to an unending story that grows richer with each passing hour. Filled with quiet comedy, determined workers, and scenes that break themselves to as the late afternoon unfolds, the construction site settles into a steady pace, but the natural stream of amusing moments continues as effortlessly as ever. I shift my attention toward a worker named Marcus, who is methodically organizing
私たちにはヘルメットとハードハットを持った仲間がいて、サポートと木材がある。
often moving with the meticulousness of someone sorting rare collectibles. Today, however, the crate he is working with seems determined to test his patience in the gentlest way possible.
چه قاره bu pencereden gelmişlerim.
Evet abi işte görürsün. Places it precisely into one of the provider slots. But as he nears the final row, he realizes that one of the slots is slightly narrower than the rest.
Stanąłem, tak patrzę na to wszystko, to też to po narkotyki.
After several attempts, he squints in the slot, as though expecting it to respond with an explanation. He then taps the crate, as if trying to remind it to move. The crate remains unmoved. Marcus sighs softly, rotates the marker 90 degrees, and tries again. This time, as though achieving a personal victory, he closes the door. Nearby, the next scene against the ground, the line marks cleanly and satisfying precision. Encouraged, Damien moves on to the next section of the process. Everything proceeds flawlessly until a small patch of uneven ground causes him to lose balance for just a moment. The chalk line flicks upward and leaves a faint streak across the air, reaching farther than he intended. Damien